because I had never been a free man who had, maintained or handled adult responsibilities. I had never paid rent, done my taxes. I had never even had a driver's license. So essentially, I was coming out to a world where not only did I not recognize it anymore, but I had to actually learn what it meant to live my life as an adult.
My passion for doing this is not only working with the men and women in the teaching therapeutic community, but also the children that are represented by all the men and women that we serve. I was actually one of those children. I first came to Amity in 1983 at the age of 6 years old. I was in a number of foster homes and orphanages, and often we hear about what the parents go through before they get to the TC, and too seldom do we hear about what the children have gone through. So I think we really help families break a multi-generational cycle of poverty, incarceration, degradation, and not being included in the larger society, and really brings the men and women returning home from prison, allows them to be responsible mothers and fathers to their children, so we don't continue to see a cycle of children returning into the prison system, which is what we see today with, their parents are incarcerated, they ended up in the foster care system, and the likelihood that they will end up repeating some of these cycles of addiction, incarceration, and poverty are greater if the cycle isn't broken along the way.
I actually have 7 children, 13 grandchildren, but 2 of my own. And I just met them for the first time 2 Fridays ago. So it felt really great, and it was touching.
You're in the therapeutic and teaching community, you're assigned a job and a role in the community. So your role as a community member may to be working on moral development and emotional literacy, but you also have job assignments in the community that teach responsibility. So what are the small jobs? It could be cleaning a bathroom, or working in the kitchen, working in various areas of the community that really help prepare people to work back in the larger society and to be responsible employees at some point. So really the job skills and job training begins in teaching therapeutic community. We've really created pathways for men and women to enter back into the workforce, and have done quite a bit in employment services. So we're at a point right now where no student who wants a job is not able to get a job.
It's really essential for you to just give yourself time and reflect on the time that you've been away.
There's employers who come to Amity, have you fill out your resume, all that stuff online, and there's people getting jobs in construction, there's people going into Caltrans, because they ended up getting hired on full time. But they were introduced to that at Amity.
You can save your money and leave here with however much you've made, so that you have something to go to when you're released from here.
Supporting and teaching and therapeutic community is that we have to get people employed, and we have to find people housing at some point when they're students in teaching therapeutic community. And so I think it is so critical and so motivating to other students when they see somebody get a job and work in the community and reunite with their families, and then they're placed into housing. Los Angeles has one of the largest housing crises in the U.S., and one of the worst homeless issue, is going on that you can see right across the street from our campus. And so really watching and helping assist with that is going to help with the long-term success of all of our students at the campus. We really work with them to ensure that they have a safe place to go, because sanctuary is key, whether it's in our community or whether it's in the larger community. So if somebody leaves our campus and they don't have a job and housing, the likelihood of their success will not be very great.
At Amity, we like to have an environment that feels safe, that is beautiful, that is comfortable, and that makes people feel good. So many people who have been incarcerated don't think they're worthy, and so we feel it's incredibly important to make people feel important. It's really also about setting expectations for the folks who come to us for help. If you give them an institutional place to live, then most people will behave like they are in an institution with all that comes with that. With environment, we also think it's important to make sure that it's representative of the people that we serve. So we have representing all races and all cultures and all religious backgrounds. So everyone who comes here can have something that they relate to. And that is a way of being inclusive. Correctional settings are very exclusive and punitive. And here we can create a beautiful environment that's welcoming and that is very inclusive to those who have been excluded for so many years.
I remember a lifer that did 35 years, got out, and was reunited with his daughter that evening. I was flying back into town. It was the day before Thanksgiving, and I went to meet with him upon his release, and he walked into our building, and he looked at all the wood furniture in there, and he said, "I haven't seen wood furniture in 35 years." And that was so powerful and so moving. I think sometimes we forget and take for granted some of the environments that the students we're working with come from. And so those small things for us mean so much for our students that are coming into Amity.
I took a bunch of men to the beach. We had fun, you know, because it's about going and enjoying life. So this is a welcome home ceremony to my peers. These are ex-lifer men. Just recently came home from prison. My name is Ozell Johnson. I did 31 years in prison. I've been home 2.5 years. You know, and I love coming to the beach because it symbolizes freedom.
My name is Reginald Malone. I was incarcerated for 28 years. I've been home 5 days.
My name is Roman Menchaca. I've been locked up 28 years, and I'm enjoying freedom right now, family, friends, and right now I thank everybody who participated in my freedom.
My name is Stanley Ferguson, and I was locked up since I was a juvenile, 25 years, and now I'm finally out, been out about a week already, and I always vision about coming to the beach, being amongst normal society, and it's good to be out, it's good to be amongst the people that accept me for who I am today, and I'm appreciative.
My name is Ricky Chilton. I've been in prison since I was juvenile. I've done 36.5 years, and I've only been out 2.5 months. And it's been a very, very, you know, amazing experience for me.
What would you say, man, 15 men going to the beach? Yes, 15 men have spent over 30 years of their life in prison, each one of them, and they hadn't touched the water for like 35, 40 years. It was like being little kids in the ocean. So them experience bring joy to my heart and let me know, man, that life is worth living when you see them, you know, that opportunity to see each other, enjoying each other's company.
And that's what Amity does. It gives you that I mean, I get tingles just talking about it. I mean, it's just like, it's a vibe, it's a feeling that when you see guys doing the right thing, and you can find them, and then people teaching the next person the right thing.
A year and a half later, not only have I adjusted to society, but I am now living as a free person. I view myself internally as a free man would view himself.
I got a job. I work at Sweet Greens. I do part-time right now because I'm concentrating on school. I'll graduate July 13th.
But it takes work. You know, you have to participate, and you have to be the main character in your story.
I love the process that I had to go through to get here, and I wouldn't trade that for nothing in the world.
To help give me meaning in my life.
Today, my sisters and brothers forgive me, my children forgive me, and they're proud of the work that I do, and they're proud of the man that I've become.
I'm now a union member with Local 1036, the painters union, as an industrial painter.
Hope is one of the only few things that can be shared.
They seen something better in me than I seen in myself.
People here haven't forgotten where they came from.
For the rest of my life, when I think about when I came home, I'm going to think of Amity. These people will go out of their way for you.
You can heal here.
If this was a drug, it'd be illegal.
You know, take advantage of those doors that open for you. You know, take advantage of it because they might close. But for right now, guess what? It's open for you.
If you really want to do something, here it is.